Hi guys, it's Amy, and this is our number of years class. And I guess we'll just get started. So you should have received your class materials. I have mine here. I've taken it out of the package, but I still have mine in the cardboard. We'll look at that in a second. You should have gotten Melon Mambo and Old Olive ink pads and the number of years stamp set. Hold on, I gotta turn my light on. Okay, so that's what you have in your class. Sorry guys, I'm just going to adjust my light a little bit. There we go. Okay. And then these are the basic materials I like to always have on hand. I like to have dimensionals, my blocks to use with my stamp set. I always have mini glue dots, my snail adhesive, my bone folder, scissors, and my Stampin' scrub. So I can clean off my stamps, all right? Okay, so let's get started. So let me just set all this stuff to the side. And let's take a look at your packet. So if you slide it out, and let's take off the top piece of chipboard, you should have your 6 envelopes. They're all Whisper White envelopes right here for each of your classes. Now, you have the materials to do 2 of each card, but I'm only going to make 1 at a time. So we will... I'll just be doing 1 at a time, and then you can either pause the video and make the second one or go back and rewatch it and make them all over again. Okay, so if you go to the bottom of your pile right here, you should have your class materials. The number of years class, it lists the 3 cards. So the cards are listed by, there's a color, and that's for the card base, so you know which card we're talking about. And if you want to go back and make more of these or order anything, here's all the materials with the sizes. Other materials I used. With that, okay, but we're going to set that aside. And we're going to start right here with this card right on top. So go ahead and grab, you should be able to grab the white cardstock and set the rest of these aside. Okay, and let's separate it out into 2 piles. Okay, so we have our card bases, and then you should just have 2 of everything. You should have 2 rhinestones, 1 for each card, just set those aside. Okay. Like I got a little bit of glue there on mine. All right, and there we go. So I'm going to set this pile aside, and we're going to start here. So let's start with our stamping first. So we're going to be stamping on this little white 2-inch circle here, and we're going to also be stamping on this piece, this Whisper White piece right here, this rectangle piece. And we're going to be using both Melon Mambo and Old Olive, but let's go ahead and start with the Melon Mambo. And we are going to be using, on this card, we're going to be using these flowers here and this little tiny guy right there. And then we're also going to be using the happy and the birthday. Now, if you would rather make yours say happy anniversary, feel free to do that. You might run out of room for anniversary, but I think you could probably make it work. But anyway, we're going to use the happy and the birthday. So let's grab those out. All right, so we need the little tiny flower. And what did I say? The happy. And then on this side, we need the birthday. And we want the these leaves, or this big stamp right here. That's all these flowers, or I guess it's the leaves. All right. And I'm going to grab a smaller block here. All right. So I can put this on here. I'm going to put my happy, actually, we're going to stamp happy birthday right on here. So what I like to do is I like to set these photopolymer stamps onto my paper. So you do them, you know, upside down so that you can read it. So it says happy birthday, and get it right where you want it. So we want it all the way to the right, as far to the right. The word birthday is a little bit longer, so go ahead and push that one all the way to the right. And then I sort of centered my happy with the birthday. It's a little bit sticky, okay? And then I grab my block when it's how I like it, and I press it on there, and then it's already how I want it. Okay, so I've got my happy birthday, and then my flowers. All right, so I think I've got everything ready. Oh, let's see. Looks like my little TH fell out. Let me stick that back in there. Okay. All right, so let's start with the Melon Mambo, and we're gonna do the happy birthday first. So I'm gonna ink that up. And like I said, we're gonna stamp that as far to the right as we can. I'm gonna move this down just a little bit. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Oh, doesn't look like I inked that up very well. But like I said, every piece of paper has 2 sides. I need to do a better job making sure I ink up my stamp. That looks better. Okay, I'm gonna try that one more time. Actually, I'm gonna turn it this way. Okay. 1, 2, 3, press, don't rock, lift, and that's perfect. All right, grab my scrub. Aren't you guys so glad every piece of paper has 2 sides? Okay, clean that off. Okay, now we're going to take, we are going to use the Melon Mambo again, so just set that aside. And I'm going to grab the old olive. And you will need a piece of background paper because we're going to be stamping off a little bit. So I just have some grid paper here. And we're going to ink this up. Actually, I'm going to reposition that on here. In the old olive, so go ahead and ink this up. Now obviously our circle is smaller than the stamp, that's why we need the piece of paper underneath. Okay, that looks nice and inked up. And I'm just going to stamp this on here. It doesn't really matter how you do it. I'm just going to get it on there. 1, 2, 3, press and lift. There we go. Perfect. We clean that off. There's actually this stamp set has lots of cute little flowers you can use. Like I said, we're using this one, but you could also do these. They kind of look like berries, these. So there's lots of fun flowers that you can do with this stamp set. Okay, close up our old olive, and now we're going to grab our Melon Mambo again. And this time with the little flower, we are going to stamp flowers. So can you see how it's a stem, stem, stem? We're going to stamp flowers at the end of each of the stems. All right, so ink that up. 1, 2. Now you might have more than I do because depending on how you stamped this. And it doesn't matter if it goes over. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks good to me. I think I got them all. All right, clean that off. All right, and that's all the stamping we're doing on this card. So now we can put a card together. Okay, make sure your fingers are clean since we're going to be touching the Whisper White. All right, so let's take our card base. So this is our thick Whisper White cardstock. It is different than the regular Whisper White. Whenever you're doing card bases, I like to use the thick so that, well, obviously it's thicker, so it makes a nice sturdier card base. So go ahead and crisp that. Okay, then we have this piece of Melon Mambo cardstock. We can grab our snail, and we're just gonna put this on right on the front. And our card opens this way. So this goes right on the front. I can't tell you how many times I've had inky fingers and then I touched the card base, and you know what? It's okay. All right, next we have this embossed piece here. I embossed this with the, I think it's the layered leaves. It says on the PDF you got, but I think this is the layered leaves embossing folder. This is one of the dynamic ones. Isn't that so cool? And you see the other side is debossed. This side's embossed. So we're gonna put adhesive. Now whenever you do adhesive on anything that's embossed, you wanna do all 4 sides so that you don't get any curling. Stuff that's embossed will start to curl. All right, so all 4 sides. And we're gonna stick that right on there. So pretty, I love this. I love the embossing folders. Okay. All right, next we're going to take this piece here, and we're going to actually just adhere this one onto this, and we're going to adhere this onto this. All right, so let's go ahead and, okay. So our 2-inch circle is going onto the 2.5-inch circle. I used my circle punches to do these. I love the circle punches, especially this new, oh, it's not 2.5, it's 2.25 inch. This is new this year, this 2.25 inch circle punch. I love it. I use it so much. Okay. And this one's going on here. Okay, like so. And we can put adhesive on the back of this one. And we're just gonna line this up. It's the Melon Mambo is gonna overlap the Melon Mambo. I'm gonna go about the bottom, like about right here. Okay. Doesn't really matter where you put yours though. Now I'm going to stick some dimensionals did they go? Right here. I'm going to stick some dimensionals on the back of my circle here. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And now this is going to go right here. Okay. And the last thing is we're going to take one of our rhinestones. You always got to have a little bit of bling. All right. And that's going right there. Okay. All right. Perfect. And that is card number 1. Isn't that so cute? And that was so easy. And you guys, seriously, this was with the number of years stamp set. So always when you're looking at a stamp set, make sure you look at all of the different things and possibilities that are with it. It's not always just what you see at first. There's other things you can do. So you can make complete flower scenes. And here's one I did earlier. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. Okay, so let's move on to card number 2. All right, so we'll grab out our materials again, and let's see, card number 2 is actually, yeah, we'll do this one right here. So it's the Melon Mambo base. Set that aside. Let's separate it out. Actually, this might be, let me see here. Card number 2, I think it's actually the third one, but we're gonna do this one second. Okay, so one, these. Come on. All right, and it looks like we have metallic. These are our silver metallic enamel shapes. You could have gotten dots, hearts, or stars. Looks like I got stars and hearts. So I'm going to just, all right, I'm going to set this aside. Okay. And sorry, guys, I got to reach. We are going to start with our stamping. So we're going to grab the smaller Whisper White square. That's what we're going to be stamping on. And for this one, you're going to need the Melon Mambo ink. And you're going to need your basic black ink. Sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier, guys. We need our basic black ink. And then you're also going to want, on this one, we're going to use the Look Who's Turning. So go ahead and grab that stamp out. But then you're going to want to pick any number you want. This is when I said you can personalize this class however you want it. So for this one, go ahead and, sorry guys, I'm going to use this block right here. So I'm going to use this block, okay? And then you can pick whatever number you want. So think of a birthday card you need and pick the numbers you want to do. I think I'm going to do, Look Who's Turning. I think I'm going to do a 40. Look who's turning 40. My sister has a birthday coming up, and she is turning 40. She's my little sister. I passed that milestone a long time ago. All right. Okay, so it's going to be right here. So again, I like to line them up exactly where I want them. I want them toward the bottom and center them. I set my numbers on here. Looks pretty even to me. Get them right next to each other, and then I'm going to grab my block like so. All right, so we're going to start with the basic black, and we're going to stamp our number in basic black. Since this card is in Melon Mambo in black, I mean, that's kind of girly to me. You can give a pink Melon Mambo card to a guy. That'd be totally fine too, but for me, it's pretty girly for what I'm wanting to do right now. So I'm going to make this card for a girl. Okay, look who's turning 40. Now remember, the number of your stamp, it's kind of a watercolor wash, so you're not going to get a full stamp. It's going to be, there's going to be spaces of white, and that's normal. So don't feel like there's something wrong with your stamp. Just make sure you tap, 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 get it nice and inked up. Okay, get your paper up, and again, we're going, actually I'm going to move it a little bit closer to me. Right toward the bottom and in the center. 1, 2, 3, okay, and press, don't rock, and lift. Oh, my 4 didn't stamp right. That's all right, I'm going to flip it over. I thought my 4 was having trouble. Come on, 4. Come on. This looks nice and inked up now. Okay, I'm going to try that one more time, guys. 1, 2, 3. And press. And lift. Oh my goodness, my 4 still isn't stamping. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? Hopefully it's working for you guys. I should have told you this in the first place anyway. Sometimes with the photopolymer stamps, you need a foam mat underneath to get the full impression. So I'm going to grab, if I can do that without knocking everything off my shelf here, I'm going to grab my foam mat. And really quick, I need another square. So let's look on our sheet here. What size was that? Gotta look on my sheet here. All right, it's this card right here. Whisper White is 3 by 3. So I need to trim this down to 3 by 3. Sorry guys, hopefully you're not having to do this. But I don't edit anything out of my class videos, so you can see if there's a problem, how I fix it. All right, 3 by 3. All right. Okay. Sorry guys, okay. Actually, I'm gonna grab a different foam mat. You can use any piece of foam you have, works fine. This is actually from the little caddy. Oh, what's it called? The thing we keep our stamps in. The blocks. It comes with these foam pieces that you don't need, and they work perfect as your foam mat. Okay, I'm going to try this one more time. I don't know why my 4 is not inking up. Come on, 4. Or actually, I think it is inking up. I think it's me. Okay, so I'm going to try this one more time. 1, 2, 3, and press. Press, 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 and lift. There we go. Look at that, you guys. I did it. All right, the foam mat was the answer. All right, so let me clean off my 40. Oh, hold on a second, guys. Boy, we're just having trouble here, aren't we? A tripod does not want to stay where it's supposed to be today. Okay. Set that aside. Okay, and now, well, I might as well keep it. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our Melon Mambo. And we're going to stamp the Look Who's Turning. So I've got that right here. And it's going to go right above this. And it just barely fits on this 3 by 3 card. So it goes right over the number. So let's ink that up. Okay. And I'm going right here. 1, 2, Look Who's Turning, 40. Perfect. All right, clean that off. Okay, and that's all our stamping for this one. Okay, now I can set my foam mat aside. All right, so let's grab our other pieces here. We'll start with our Melon Mambo base. Go ahead and fold that over. Okay, and our card is going to open this way. So here we have a piece of Designer Series paper. This is from the Pick a Pattern suite. I love this. I love this side, but I love this black, sort of like, what do we call it? Kaleidoscope paper. I think it's really cool. And black and Melon Mambo go so well together. All right, and this is going right here on the front. Okay. All right, next we have, so we have this I think it's 3.5 by 3.5 inch Whisper White square. This one's going on top of that, and this one's going on top of that. So go ahead and mount all these. Okay, so we're gonna put this one right on top. And then this one on top of that. All right, and then we can put adhesive on the back of this one. And this is going right in the center toward the top. If you want it right in the middle, that's fine too, wherever you like it on your page. Okay, and the last thing is we're gonna take our enamel shapes here, our metallics. So I have hearts with mine, and we're gonna use all 3 of them on here. So we're gonna go maybe one here, one, wherever it looks like it would go really well. 2. And look look at that. I'm having troubles here. 1, 2, and let's see. Let's go right there. 3. All right. And there is my card. Look who's turning 40. Isn't that sweet? And here's one I did earlier. This one says, look who's turning 13. I actually have a niece about to turn 13. So anyway, super cute card and easy. I love it. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with the third card. All right, so let's separate everything out here. So you should have 2 pieces of Old Olive, 2 embossed pieces, 2 banners, 2 scallop circles, 2 Pacific Point circles, 2 Pacific Point banners, some Designer Series paper, and Old Olive banners. All right. And we're going to start with our stamping again, and this time we're going to be stamping on the scalloped circle and on this banner. Now typically I would not send you something already with a stamped image on it, but I really thought it looked best in Pacific Point ink. I know that's silly because you guys could have done it in Old Olive, but I really liked it in Pacific Point, so I stamped it for you, and then I cut out the banner that corresponds here with the set. I actually have the framelits that go along with the number of your set. That's these right here. Boy, that TH really wants to give me a hard time. Okay. And so I cut this banner out right here, but I stamped it with the banner first. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to need the word birthday again, just birthday. And we used that earlier, so make sure you clean your stamp if you haven't already. So we need the birthday, and then go ahead and pick whatever number you want to do again. 2 numbers is fine. We want that little TH. Where did I just shove that little TH? Right here. So we need the little tiny TH right here. TH. I'm going to put that on my little block here. Well, you might not need the TH, I guess. Depends what number you're doing. I guess that makes a lot more sense. Let me decide what number I'm going to do this time. I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to do, I think this time I'm going to do 50th. So I need the 5 and the 0. Need the 5 and the 0, and I do need the TH. So if you were doing like, can't even think of a number. If you were going to do 21st, you'd want to use the ST, not the TH, obviously. Okay, so 50th. Make sure that looks good. That looks good. And my little TH, actually I'm not going to put it on here. It's going to go right on here with this. I'm going to do it pretty close. Okay. So you see that? I have 5, 0 on the TH, so 50th. And I want it to fit on here. Just make sure, you know what, I'm going to peel these off and I'm going to lay them on my paper because I just want to make sure it all fits on here really well. If you were doing just one number, like 7th or whatever, it's easily going to fit on here. But since I'm doing 2, okay, 5 and the 0, the 5 and the 0 fit fine. It's going to be my TH. Let's see here. Can I get this to fit? 5 and 0. It might come off just a tiny bit. 50th. Where can I get it all to fit? I think I can get it to fit up there. If I do it separate. 50th. So I think I'm going to do it separate. I'm going to do my TH separate just because mine won't fit. If yours will all fit in a row, go ahead and do that. So I'm doing my 5 and my 0. And I'm going to stamp this in Old Olive. So let's grab our Old Olive ink out. Get these inked up really well. So I've got my 5 and my 0. And I need my foam mat again. Just don't want to have that problem again. Alright, so 50. Press, press, press. And lift. Perfect. Clean that off. And on our little banner here, we're going to we're going to stamp the word birthday. Okay, right in the middle of the banner. Birthday. All right, perfect. Clean that off. And now I just need to do my TH. Oh my goodness, my TH is causing me problems. All right, so let's see. Where can I fit that right on here? I think I'm just going to ink it up, and I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to try to get it right off to the side here. There we go. It looks good to me. All right, close up our ink, and that is all our stamping for this one. All right, guys, let's put our card together. So we're going to start with our old olive card base. Fold it in half. Card's going to open this way. Okay, so the first piece we want to do is this emboss piece again. This is embossed with the Oh My Stars embossing folder. So cool, right? Okay, so remember, you have your embossed side and your debossed side. We're going to put adhesive on all 4 edges to keep it from curling. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going right here on the front. Okay. Next thing we want to do is take this piece of designer series paper. This is actually from the Birthday Memories designer series paper. Look, I have a little turtle on the back of mine. And we're going to put adhesive on this. I loved all the colors in this though. And with the old olive, it was perfect. So we're going to line this up. We're going to put it right in the middle. Line it up to the bottom of the Oh My Stars. And just do your best to get it right on there. And press. Okay, give it a nice press so it sticks to that embossed piece. Okay, and now we're going to take these 2 little banners, and I'm going to put adhesive on the back of the old olive one, and I'm going to just go ahead and line that right up with the Pacific Point. They're the same width. One's just longer than the other. Okay, and now these are going to go right here, so right up to the top. And in the center. That looks about even. Okay. All right, now we're going to take our scallop, some adhesive on that, and it's going right here on this Pacific Point circle. I love doing it backwards. Most people will do a circle and then a scallop. I like doing the scallop on the inside. I think it's really pretty. All right, now I'm going to stick some dimensionals. Where did you go, dimensionals? I'm going to stick some, I don't even know where my dimensionals went now. Well, I know they're here somewhere. I'm going to stick some. I've got some. Where did you go? You know what? We'll just grab another sheet. I'm sure they're right here in front of me, but I don't see them. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to stick one in the middle. 4 and 5. Okay. And let me peel these off. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And this is going to go right almost to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then for our little banner, I'm going to stick some of our mini dimensionals on. You could do full dimensionals. Actually, I have this, this is a piece of dimensionals, and all I'm left with are the little end pieces. I'm going to use that. Don't ever throw away these, when you just get to these edges, they're like gold. You can still use them. See that? I'm going to stick that on there. But otherwise, I would stick maybe 2 or 3 dimensionals on here. Okay, let me peel off my back. And this is going to go right down here. Happy birthday. All right, and there is my card. 50th birthday. I got a lot of people coming up with 50th birthdays, friends. It's crazy. And here's one I did earlier. This one I did 12th birthday. So see, my TH fit a little bit better. It just depends what numbers you use. But I needed a 12th birthday card. So anyway, here is my card. Anyway, all right, so let's look at all of the cards that we've done. All right, we've got a 40 and a 13. And then I do love this one. Works for anything. All right. Oh, let me move over a little so I'm not so far over. All right, so what do you guys think? Definitely let me know which one's your favorite. I hope you enjoyed this class. And I can't wait for you guys to take another class. See you soon, guys. Thanks. Bye.